is up, dudes? My name is Nurtle, and welcome to Rainbow Six Siege. So today, we will be going over all the operators and how I kind of like to set them up. So let's get right into it. So the first is obviously Sledge. So I use this one, this gun, the L85A2. I use underbarrel grip, yes, and red dot sight. I don't have the red dot sight. Yes, I do. Okay, yeah, underbarrel grip and red dot sight. That's about gonna be what I'm gonna use for every operator. So just remember that underbarrel grip and red dot sight. That's what I'm gonna be using on every operator I can. So for his secondary, we'll be using his SMG-11. This thing is a beast, and it probably could be a primary, to be honest. It's amazing. I love to use it. That's actually one of the reasons why I love to use Sledge. So for his, whatever, grenade, I use just the frag grenade. That's if they give me the option to use the frag grenade, I'm gonna use frag grenade. That's about it. So next operator, we have Thatcher. So Thatcher, I'm always gonna try to lean towards assault rifles. I don't really like shotguns too much. Underbarrel grip, red dot sight. I'm gonna use the AR-33. This is a pretty good gun. I really do like it. I like the way it looks and it shoots. I think it's really great. Moving on, I'm going to use the breach charge instead of flash grenades. I mean, flash grenades are definitely useful, but breach charges are going to be more effective when you do have his Thatcher grenade. Okay, next we have Ash. This is one of my personal favorites. We are going to be using her R4C. Definitely a great gun. Let's see, what do I have on her barrel? We're going to be using red dot sight, compensator, vertical grip. I like that compensator on this gun. It really helps a lot. We're going to use breach charge, obviously. The smoke grenade really... I don't like using smoke grenades too much. We're going to be using her M45 handgun. I put a laser sight on it. Laser sights, sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. So for thermite, we're going to be using his 55-6 XI, or whatever you want to call that. We're going to be using ACOG sight because it's definitely a longer range gun. It's not a great gun, but it kind of does do pretty good at long range. So we are underbarrel grip, as always. We're going to be using his M45. We're going to be using stun grenades actually on this one. I think it really... why would you need a breach charge when you have his breach charges? Also, it's really great when you breach in a thermite wall, or thermite in a wall, and then just throw that in, and it really catches them off guard. So I use the flash grenade. So the next operator we have is actually, surprisingly, one of my favorites. Twitch's gadget is really useful. We're going to be using the F2 assault rifle. Red dot sight, underbarrel grip. I really do like this gun. It's a great gun to use. And having that extra intelligence as Twitch and using this gun, I guess, it's really good for shooting through doors, I feel like. I don't know, I might be crazy, but I think it is better shooting through doors. I'm going to be using the P9. I do not like the revolvers too much because they just have crazy recoil. We're actually going to be using flash grenades because when you twitch into a room and you know they're in there, you can just throw that flash grenade under under the door, catch him off guard, shoot him through the door. So that's why I have flash grenades for sure. So the next operator is Montaigne, I think. I don't know how to say it. Montaigne, yeah, sure. So we're going to be using his P9 again. This gun has crazy amount of recoil. The Magnum revolver, just I don't like to use it because if you're a good enough shot to land headshots with the P9, I mean, you're gonna get them. We are going to put a laser sight because laser sights will give you the opportunity to not have to put down your shield and shoot. I think that's a really important part about having a shield. So we're going to be using the flash grenades, obviously. I don't like smoke grenades, as I said before. So let's go on. So glass is not my favorite by a stretch of the matter. But we're going to be using, let's see, red dot sight. Just because you have that precision, you see that red dot pretty well. We're going to be using his PMM. I don't know why I use this gun. I think it's just because the way it looks. It might not be the best gun. This gun, I don't know, the GSH-18. It might be a better gun, but I don't know. I just really like the look of this gun. It looks like a Walther, sort of. And we're going to be using breach charges just because smoke grenades, I don't like those. Alright. Next we have fuse. I don't really like using fuse that much. But we're going to be using his AK-12. Just, I don't know, I like that gun. I think I'm using hollow. Yeah, I'm using hollow sights. I don't know. I don't really like the 6P41, and obviously I don't want to use the shield. So I use the AK-12 just because it's the best option I have. I'm also going to be using the PMM with the breach charge. Okay, yeah, that's about it for fuse. Next we go to Blitz. So Blitz, I'm going to use the only gun you can use, and I'm going to put a laser sight on there. Just, I like laser sights if you're going to have a shield. I don't know why I'm using smoke grenades, but I'll be using breach charge. I usually don't ever use Blitz, but when I do, I will want to use breach charge. Now, IQ is a unique operator now. She is pretty good now, to be honest. I like, let me just put this gold skin on. As you have probably noticed, I like having the gold skins on all my guns. So, we are going to be using her 55-2 Commando. Great gun. One of the best guns in the game, to be honest. Her gadget's kind of useless. It's gotten better. They did buff it a little bit in the last update, but I don't know. It's still not the best. But the only reason I really will use her is her gun. Her gun is really amazing. I'm gonna be using obviously the P12, just the P12. Breach charge. I'm going to be using that, yep. So next, let's go to Buck. So Buck, we're going to be using the C8F or SFW. Great gun. I really do love using it, especially with the underbarrel buckshot. Really, it's a great gun, and I love. Obviously, we're going to use the MK1 9mm. And I love how they added frag grenades to his arsenal. I am definitely using Buck more because of this. I don't think I'm going to say he's overpowered, but he took it away from Thermite, and I'm definitely using Buck more than I was using Thermite. Okay. So Blackbeard, we're going to be using the what is it called? The MK17 CQB. a lot of recoil on this gun, but I don't really like using marksman rifles in this game, so I have to settle for this gun. Yeah, as always, red dot sight and underbarrel grip. We're going to be using his deagle, which is amazing. Oh, I love his deagle. And we're going to be using breach charges. Alright. Now on to the defenders. So, first off, we have Smoke. So, Smoke, we're going to be using his FMG9. I don't really like this gun too much. It's definitely not one of the ones I would choose, but yeah. We're going to be using his SMG-11, as I said before. It's a great gun. It could be a primary. And we're going to be using his nitro cell, because I don't really like barbed wire too much. Okay, next we have Mute. And we're going to be using his MP5K with red dot sight and underbarrel grip. As I said before, I don't really love to use shotguns too much, so I'm going to usually use machine guns or SMGs. We're going to be using his P22-6 and Mark 25. Obviously, it's the only choice. We're going to be using his nitro cell. I usually choose deployable shield, but in this case, I do like his nitro cell. I don't know, it's just a preference for Mute. So next we go to Castle. We're going to be using his UMP45. I really do like this gun. I'm going to have red dot sight, underbarrel grip. I'm going to be using his M45, whatever this is, with the laser sight. I don't know why I have the laser sight on. Deployable shield, and yeah. Alright, next we have Pulse. I rarely use Pulse, but I'm going to be using his UMP45 underbarrel grip. We do have, and I forgot to mention this on Castle, I have the Division skin for the UMP45, so I'm showing that off a little bit. We're going to be using his M45 and nitro cell. Alright, next we have Doc. So I really do kind of like Doc, surprisingly. So we're going to be using his MP5, obviously red dot sight, underbarrel grip. I don't really like his P90. It's kind of weak, but yeah. We're actually going to be using his P9. Again, I said I don't like those as much. We're going to be using his deployable shield. Alright, next we have Rook. So Rook is definitely one of my personal favorites. We're going to be using his MP5, red dot sight, underbarrel grip. Rook is the only exception. I will use the revolver for him just because, I mean, I want to use the revolver for one. For one operator, you know. Because I definitely do like the way it looks. It's just the recoil is crazy. But I don't know, I like using the Magnum with Rook. It's just, I don't know why. I'm going to be using the deployable shield with him as well. Alright, so now we go to Kapkan. I do not like the Spetsnaz. I don't know if I just said that right. I don't like him that much. We're going to be using his 919 VSN. I rarely play as Kapkan. I'm going to be using his PMM nitro cell. And oh, Tachanka! Yes! Tachanka, oh man! So we're going to be using his 919 VSN as well with hollow sight. Yeah, we're going to be using hollow sight. I'm going to be using the PMM. Again, I love that gun. Deployable shield just to put in front of his turret. I rarely use Tachanka. I don't know why anyone would use Tachanka. Okay, so now on to Jaeger. One of my personal favorites, just because of his gun. His 416 carbine, or 416C carbine, is an absolute beast. I love playing as it. Put a red dot sight on, put a underbarrel grip. It is by far the best defensive weapon in the game. I just look at that recoil pattern. That's pretty good. So we're going to be using his P12, obviously, with the deployable shield. Yes, on to the next one. Alright, Bandit. I rarely play as Bandit. I'm going to be using his MP7 red dot sight just red dot sight. Underbarrel grip is already built in. We're going to be using his P12, and I don't know why I have it as barbed wire. I'm going to be using nitro cell. Alright, so next we have Frost. Frost is the only exception, which I will have to use the Super 90 for Frost, just because it's so OP. They did nerf it a little bit, but I mean, it's still really great. I have red dot sight on there. That's about it. I'm going to be using the MK1 9mm. I really do like this gun. And I'm going to be using the deployable shield. Alright. Last but not least, Valkyrie. So Valkyrie is definitely one of my favorites now. We're going to be using the MPX with red dot sight underbarrel grip. We're going to be using her deagle, and let me change this to gold real quick. Just because I love the gold deagle. That's beautiful. So yeah, we're going to be using her deagle. I like the Spaz 12, but I just don't like shotguns that much, and her MPX is definitely really great when you land, and it's pretty easy to land headshots. So yeah, we're going to be using nitro cell. So that is it for the operators. I hope you enjoyed, and maybe please tell me what kind of, if you think differently about the operators, if you put some different guns on them, if you like shotguns. Tell me in the comments. Make sure to give this video a like, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a Nurtle Turtle.